wanna see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden.
What's going on, everybody? Sophizzticated here, your resident title trickster, bringing you the latest and greatest Fizz content there is to offer. If you enjoy what we do on the channel, remember to show your support by subscribing, smashing that like button, and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Without further ado, let's get right into today's gameplay. What's going on, guys? Sophizzticated here, bringing you another installment of How To with Fizz. So this is going to be the second installment, our second video of how-tos. This one is going to be our how-to combo / trade with Fizz. I'm going to be going over everything from level 1, so we'll just go ahead and start. So there's a couple possibilities you can do at level 1. So this would be level 1 right here. So let's just say we take our E first. A lot of times what I like to do if I'm running Electrocute is take my E, wait for all these minions to get low, and let's just say this is the enemy and champion. And if the enemy and champion gets up close to try and hit me, what I'll do is I'll wait for them to get low, and then I'll E, hit all three, 2 autos on the champion, proc my Electrocute, and run out. So it's a nice little cheesy strat you can do early. So I'll just show you what it would look like against this Nasus. I did put a bot in here just so we could do these trades on bots as well. So it would be like this. I would hop on my E, get those minions, hit them with 2 autos, proc Electrocute, we don't have it up right now, and then I would run back and then just wait to CS some more. Alright, so let's take it back to the mid lane. There's also another trade at level 1 you can do with your Q if you have PTA. So let's just say we were running PTA, we could start Q. We'd walk up, wait for maybe get a couple minions, wait for a couple of them to die, and then we would Q on our enemy, hit him with an auto, another auto, proc PTA, and same thing. We could run away or keep hitting them with autos. So those are pretty much your only 2 possibilities at level 1. So let's say we had our level 2, and we would take our W. So same thing, you pretty much just want to look to trade whenever the enemy cooldowns are not up right now. So, you know, their abilities aren't up. So you would look to maybe like walk up to him, get in range of an E onto him, hit him with an auto W, proc your Electrocute, maybe hit him with a couple more autos depending on how the state of the lane's going. And then, or you could just bail out at that point. All right, so let's just say and that works with PTA too. You can E, come down off of it, hit him with auto, W, auto, proc your PTA. Or you could just Q in, Q, auto, W. All right, so let's say we have our level 3, which is right here. This is going to be your bread and butter trade right here. Whether you're taking Electrocute, PTA, Conquer, whatever. So what you would do is you get in range of the enemy, Q to them, auto W them, maybe hit them with another auto or 2, and then you can use your E to disengage. So you can hop out and try to take as least damage as possible. Or what you could do is come over, Q, auto W it, attack move, and just keep walking them down with autos, and as they get low, use your E to finish them. All right, sweet. So we'll just go ahead and show you what that looks like against an actual champion. So he's level 4. This will show good. So let's just say I wanted to get one of my bread and butter trades here. I would just Q auto W him, maybe hop on the pole, hit him with the E slow, and then kite away from him. So I'll just show you that again, what it would look like. I would just Q to him, auto W him. I can even walk him down with a couple more autos as I walk. If I know that I'm going to get him. Use my E to apply a big slow. And then basically just kill him there. Alright, so let's take it back to mid lane. So those are your 3, bread and butter trades. Your level 1 through 3, and then the Q auto W, that's going to be something you'll use repetitively over and over and over in matches. It's really your, like, consistent, like, combo right there. So let me see. I do want to buy a proto belt here because I want to show you something else as well. Let's add the gold. We'll go ahead and buy a proto belt. Oh, we got to be back at base, actually. Let's teleport back here. Let's go ahead and buy a proto belt, and then we'll buy a pair of boots as well. Then we'll just run over here. We'll spawn a dummy right here. Just to show you a couple more trades. All right, so basically after you get your proto belt, your Q auto W trade becomes enhanced. You can basically Q to the... Oh, that's an ally dummy, isn't it? I need an enemy dummy. Alright, so you can basically Q to the enemy, auto W and walk away, proto belt into him, get all the bolts, and then just keep autoing him as well. Maybe look for an E to finish him. So another thing you can do, let's just say if the enemy's a little farther out of range. So see my Q, it's just barely out of the range. So what I would do is I would proto belt forward to the enemy, use that extra gap close for my proto belt to be able to Q onto this guy. just little tips and tricks. You mean, I'm sure a lot of you already know these, but for new Fizz players, this is like a really good example in showing them. All right, so another way you could do it as well, another little combo, and this is to extend your fish range. So let me just level up and show you this. Put a point in my R. So there's our range of our R right now. As it stands, I don't think we'd be able to hit this test dummy. So what we would do is, let's just spawn another enemy dummy here. Let's just say this was a minion right here, and that was the enemy champion. What I would do, since I'm right here and I can't R that guy, right? Let's say I'm right here, and that guy's up there. I know he's running or whatever. What I would do, instead of not, double E into him to waste my E, I would just Q through here and throw my R. So basically, I'm extending my R's distance by about that much. Whatever my Q is, the max range of my Q, I can extend it efficiently that much. So let's just say this is our max distance of our Q. We basically are getting this whole little range right there extra on our R because we're making that distance and then fishing them. So we just Q through there, throw our R. That's a really big trick Fizz mains need to know because it's huge to be able to get extra distance on your R. So off of a minion, this is what it would look like. Let's just say this cannon minion was the minion. I would just run, Q through the minion, press my R. Same thing, Q through the minion, press my R. So I'll show you what it looks like on a real champ down here. All right, so let's let this guy, we'll come from behind him here. He's kind of close. Actually, this is perfect. All right, I missed it on the AI. Not what you like to see. So that's what it would look like. I'm not sure what he's doing. The AI there. He just ran away completely. Let's see what he did. All right, so he's gone. All right, let's see here. I want to show you another one as well. Let me just teleport to the cursor here. Another thing you can do with Fizz, and this is a little risky. This is really only if you have the lead in the lane and you're kind of just bullying the guy anyways. Let's just say he's running back to lane and I'm really strong. You don't have to use your Q to gap close. You can actually just double E to someone, hit him with the E damage, auto W him, auto him again, and then Q back towards your tower like that. So here's what it'll look like again. He just got back to lane. I double E, hit him with the auto W, auto, and then Q back to my lane. I can apply a bunch of damage, get him low for a fish kill there. All right, so I'll just show that one more time. He got back to lane, double E, auto W him, hit him with another auto, and then Q back towards my own tower. Alrighty, and if you guys didn't know either, proto belt, you can proto belt while you're in E, so it'll look like this. I didn't know this for a long time. I played Fizz for a very long time and didn't realize it. So you can just hop on your E, use your proto belt while you're in E, and it'll shoot the bolts forward. So like that. While you're in your E, it's basically an additional gap close, so it can help you extend the range of your E. See, so just like that. So these are all basic trading combos with Fizz. I mean, once you get it down, it really does feel like just an extension of your hand. Fizz feels like an extension of yourself. But like I said, new Fizz players, they definitely need to look at this because, they're just unaware. A lot of them don't know when to trade, what the trade should look like. So this is a good video to show you what they should look like. So we'll come up here where it's not as many minions. We'll just go over everything that we've done so far. All right, so we'll spawn a dummy here. So just going over everything again here. Let's put this, actually, let's come in the river so there's not minions everywhere. All right, so we'll just go over basic stuff again. So if I was level 1 and I had my electrocute, I'd let the minions get low, try to let them all get low so that way I can come down with my E on top of all 3 of the minions as well as the enemy champion. So it would look like that. Let's just say the minions are right there. I would E, come down, hit the enemy champion with 2 autos, and then run away. So you proc your electrocute, you get the full trade, get the minions, and get good chunk damage on the enemy for a potential level 3 kill. So if I'm taking PTA and I'm not running electrocute, what I would do to start level 1, if I'm looking to trade with the enemy champion and I have availability to, is I would start my Q, I would go in, Q the enemy, hit him with an auto, hit him with another auto, that would proc PTA, and I can either choose to run away at that point or keep walking the enemy down with autos in my corrupting pot. So level 2 trades will look like this. If you have your E, you get close enough to the enemy champion, you can E onto him, hit him with an auto W, proc your electrocute, and just keep walking them down with autos, or at that point you can choose to disengage and go back to your tower. So if I started, or if I'm running PTA, my level 2 trade would be, I would take W at level 2. So I would Q to him, hit him with an auto W, and then just keep walking him down with the exposed damage from PTA. Alright, so your level 3 trades here, once you get level 3, you're basically just going to be looking to Q auto W off of cooldown when you have the mana available and you know where the enemy jungler is. So that way you don't Q auto W him and then the jungler hops out. So here's what it'll look like. You'll just get in range, Q auto W him, proc your rune, and then just choose to either walk him down with more autos or disengage with your E. So I'll just show that one more time. This is pretty much the trade that you're going to be using constantly in lane against your enemy. So you just Q to him, auto W him. You can just walk him down with a couple more autos. Choose the E to hit the slow. All right. So now the last thing I want to go over here, and mind you, this is going to be a very short video, and it's just really, really basic to show, newer Fizz players combos. So this is I got a comment as well. One of our guys from the channel brought it up, and he's completely right. It's a really nuanced thing. So Fizz players, a lot of them, they don't know when to use their E. Your E is a double cast, so you can... I'll check it out, show it. So you can just E, hold in there, and then flop down. But your E is double cast, so you can double tap it and go down fast. What are the differences, you ask? Well, here, I'll show you. So Fizz hops on his trident towards the cursor, becoming briefly untargetable. Upon reactivation, Fizz cancels the spell early, jumping towards the cursor, sending towards the cursor a second time and dealing damage to nearby enemies. If Fizz does not reactivate, he deals damage in a larger AoE and slows all enemies hit by 55% for 2 seconds. So basically, all you need to know about that is whenever you E and you don't reactivate it, bow. You hit a lot more things and you slow everything in that area as well. So see how the Scuttle Crab was slowed? Watch, I'll do it again. So I'm staying in my E full duration. You can see the Scuttle Crab is slowed by 55%. So when do you use one or the other, do you ask? All right, let's see. I'll show you. Give you a couple examples right off the top of my head. All right, so let's just say I have an enemy champion and he's running away from me, right? And I'm only about to right here. I know that my Q or my proto belt isn't going to get me into range to be able to Q this guy. So let's just say he's right here and I'm coming around the corner. Even if I proto belt, I can't Q to him right there, right? So let's just say I'm running up through here. He just took out one of my champs. I would just come up here, double E to him, mainly using my E as a gap closer at that point. So that way I can get on to him. So I can Q, W him, and do whatever else I need to. So let's just say we're roaming around here. Let's say I got vision of all these guys, right? Let me spawn a couple more. Oh, why didn't that spawn? Oh, maybe because it's in the bush and I don't have vision. All right. So let's say there's a couple enemy champions right here. And let's say this guy's right here as well. Or even just these two. So basically, when you want to use your big E is whenever you know that you can come off of your long E and not die when you get off of it. But basically what you want to do is use that big E as a slow to slow enemy champions. So it'll look like this. So if I knew I'm strong, I'm a far ahead, and these two guys are just sitting in the bush, none of them have any CC that can control me. What I would do is I'll come over here, hit my E, slow both of them, and then basically just go to work, start working on them. Also, you don't want to do this by yourself. I wouldn't E into two people, just lead off a trade with an E. But if I had champions roaming with me, like some of my team was roaming up here, and this guy just happened to be, these two happen to be sitting in here, that's how I would start the fight. Also, the main thing with your big E is you want to look to do your non-activated E, so the long E. Whenever you're trying to get that slow is so important. Because with Fizz, you have so many ways to gap close to people. If you can slow them down, you can just stick on to them. So basically, your double activation, I think the only time you really are using that is whenever you're hopping over walls a lot, like that. Let's just say I'm trying to get vision for my team, or let's just say the dragon pit. Let's come over to the dragon pit. Let's just say we're trying to hop over and get vision for our team, right? We'd activate it twice. We wouldn't just hop over once right here, because then we can't hop back. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's the basic combo guide with Fizz. Yeah, that's how you utilize his level 1 trade with multiple different rune pass, level 2 trade with multiple different rune pass, and his level 3. Fizz is super versatile right now in the meta. You can build so many different runes with him and be effective. They all offer different play styles. It all just kind of depends on the person playing Fizz. What is your play style? How do you like to utilize the fish? And how do you like to play him? And basically, crush your enemies. So if you guys enjoyed this video and this type of video,
Drop a like if you haven't yet. Sub to the channel. It really does help. And if you want to see anything in the future in specific, let me know in the comment section below. All right, hope to see you guys on the next video.